When I think of you, I think of quippy tweets. My question is not how do you burn people on Twitter, because that answer, the answer to that question is obviously natural talent. You are a state representative, and you also have this Twitter persona that's a little bit like a Comedy Central Daily Show correspondent. Is that ultimately helping you do your job?
I think so. It helps me maintain sanity. And I know I probably shouldn't use social media as my therapy couch, but that's where it is. And some of it is I have a real problem with cognitive dissonance, that I have a real problem with people telling me that reality is different from what I see it. I just can't handle that. I'm like, no, and I have to push back. And this is how I push back. And so I adopted, a very snarky Twitter personality, because the honest answer is that's actually who I am. I'm in reality a very quippy, snarky person. I try to keep it in check as much as possible. And as many tweets as you see, you don't see all the ones I delete. The basics of this is this: I am a minority within the minority party. There's no Asian caucus. Like, there's like literally 3 of us. We don't have a caucus. There's a Hispanic caucus, there's an African American caucus, there's a women's caucus. You know what? I'm a minority within minority. I have no power, but social media is one of those places where I have a lot of reporters follow me.
It's interesting from an educator perspective. I mean, I have all sorts of thoughts about education. I don't share them on social media because the last thing I want is to cause trouble for people who are well-intended, who are trying to do their job, and so on and so forth, right?
It's not helping you do your job.
It isn't helping me do my job. It is simply making me feel better by scratching an itch.
Whereas
in some ways, it actually is helping you do your job, because it's increasing your footprint, is what you're saying.
Correct.
And you acknowledge that there's an aspect of that might be a little bit unhealthy.
Sure. No, let's see, I signed on in 2011. In the 9 years that I've been on Twitter, I've got in trouble probably once a year, like real trouble, where people are calling for me to resign and wherever else. And you know what? I've made apologies for some stuff that I've said that came out the wrong way. And other times you just have to weather the storm, and it is what it is. Like, I don't encourage people to do it unless, one, you can be good at it. Because I've seen people try to be snarky and try to burn other people, and it's not happening,
it's
dude.
It's a sad moment.
Yeah. And two, that it actually is productive, right? Again, we go back to I do it because it helps me, and I do it because it makes me feel better, but I also do it because it rallies our people on our side. I think for a lot of people who probably feel a lot like me, who understand that the sky is blue, but they're just like, having everyone around them telling them that it's green. And they're like, am I the only crazy one here? And then when I send something else, no, I'm calling out the hypocrisy, calling out the arrogance, calling out the ignorance. They all of a sudden go, hey, this guy said it. I can't be the only crazy person. There's at least one other crazy person here.
I've got to ask this question, and it's going to sound super snarky, especially after we've just had this conversation about snark. Has a tweet ever changed your mind about anything?
Yes. Many times. All the time. And the reality, so one of the things I pride myself on, is I don't like to give political answers, and I don't like saying yes to something if I don't really know. It's a pet peeve of mine. I hate it when other politicians do it. And so you ask me some stuff, and I will give you the honest answer is, I don't know. Let me think about it. And I will consistently go on TV and go on things and go on other programs and say, like, that's not my area of expertise. Let me think about that. Let me get some more information and think about that. And also, the second thing I kind of pride myself on is, like, look, I am an attorney. I fundamentally believe in like Socratic teaching methods, that let's have an argument. And if you can present a better argument, or you can present facts that change my equation, then I have to redraw my answer. And look, if you present facts to me that make me redraw the answer, I'm like, you're right. I can't argue with logic. If your facts are correct, your logic is sound, then you're right and I'm wrong. And I will be the first person to say, dude, you got me. I'm wrong on this, and I have been owned. And you get a gold star, and I will change my view on this right now. I can't remember. There was like a show on Fox a long time ago where like every time somebody talks to him, he has like a little like
Herman's head.
Herman's head. There you go. And
We're
that's
the
how
same
old
age.
we are.
We're both 41, man.
Yeah. And so that's me. That I have like these little voices of popular, South Park and stuff like go, oh, this happened here. So
if the people of District 137 knew, that's what they were elected.